There is only one coin in U.S. mint history, one, that the same year we have a mint mark on the front and then later moved to the back. Only time. Do you remember what denomination it was? Well, the good news is it was a Denver and a San Francisco issue, and we have them up next. We're talking about 1917. The Walking Liberty half dollar, its second year of issue. And again, no idea why in 1916, the first year of issue, they didn't do this change. But the director of the U.S. Mint in 1917 said, hold it, that looks like a mint error. We don't like that. That's a little blob right below the motto, "In God We Trust." We have to move it. So we moved it to the reverse shortly thereafter. So you have a month and a half early in the year of the Obverse mint mark. And then in April, until the rest of the year, right there at about 7 o'clock, half dollar, follow it up. Right there's the mint mark, San Francisco, kind of tucked and buried. So again, when you look at the Obverse, I don't look at it saying, hey, it's a mint error or a blob. But on the other hand, it's something pretty cool for us now, over 100 years later. So obviously Philadelphia, we have no mint mark, we have no issue. So there were two coins that had this happen to them, the Denver mint issues and the San Francisco mint issues. And tonight we have them both. Our coins, as you can see, are hand-selected, beautiful circulated coins. But it comes down to one of the greatest stories in U.S. mint history. I mean, there are stories like errors where they made it by mistake, etc. But this one wasn't an error. They made him this way in 1916, the Obverse mint mark, and the director for some reason woke up in 1917 in January and was upset with the overall idea as to where the mint mark was. Now, knowing politics and all the fun things that go with it, probably somebody got into his ear, or he had a lot of people complaining about the look and feel of 1916. We have this brand new coin, the Lady Liberty, Walking Liberty. The silver renaissance is finally here. 1916, we redesigned the dime to the Mercury, the quarter to the Standing Liberty, and then the Walking Liberty half dollar right here. And all the excitement of first year, beautiful coins, all of our silver are different now. President Theodore Roosevelt's wish, which is all of our coins just becoming works of art, asserting us as now a newer world power, which we were becoming at this time during World War I. Great stuff, right? There's a big issue between the design here, because this was designed by Adolph Wyman. And the design originally was something the U.S. Mint could not make. The technology did not support it. So the director actually asked Charles Barber, the designer of the prior series, to redesign this coin. And then finally, the U.S. Mint succumbed to, we'll figure it out, and they did. And by the way, are we glad or not? Because if this design looks familiar to you, it's because in 1986, when we made our Silver Eagle, we chose the Walking Liberty design. And remember in 2021, when we changed the design on the reverse to the Eagle landing, and people brought up the story of, ooh, there's a double mint mark. Because they added the initials Adolph Wyman, AW, below the motto, "In God We Trust," on the Silver Eagle that year. So it's kind of fitting that this coin would have the episode pop up twice in its 100-year life. Now, the obverse, again, is below the motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse location is at about 7 o'clock to the left of the word half dollar. Denver, San Francisco, two great issues, the mint mark issues of the year. They're just mint marks in the wrong spot. But as I referenced, the storyline for these two coins, when you can find them, is the fact that for a month and a half we made that coin in Denver, and for a month and a half we made that coin in San Francisco. The mint mark below the motto, "In God We Trust," the obverse mint mark. And then from April to the end of the year, we moved it to the back. So obviously the obverse mint mark is the rarer of the two. My competition has the 1917 San Francisco set. The obverse is 109, the reverse is 49, so they're at 158. We're half that price, and the quality's better. And then on the other, we're looking at $75, on the obverse and $65 on the reverse. That's the Denver set. They're at $140. Yeah, we're $70 less on that one. It's just a great opportunity to nail a part of U.S. history. I mean, there are coins. The first error was what? The 83 no-cent nickel. We forgot to put the word cents on the bottom of the coin. In 1909, we had the mint mark, we had the initials of the designer, VDB, added, and it was a big deal, even though it's been done before. So we had this initials crisis. Right? We added the motto, "In God We Trust," in 1864 to the 2-cent piece for the first time. Towards the end of the Civil War, we are putting more motion into religion and the fact of good, bad. The war was going on, obviously, and everything else was all fun stuff. But this one is just like a wow. Go by the way, figure it out. Cents, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, dollars, gold pieces, you name it. Only one coin had this happen to it, or was allowed to let it happen to it on this one. I guess if the mint director didn't say I don't like it, it would have been left alone. Guys, we need a 30-second clock. I looked this one up, and it was August of 2023. Over a year ago was the last time we talked about this. That's how long it takes to accumulate a small handful of coins that look what they call homogeneous, obverse, and reverse. They look alike, the pair looks alike, and they are just a perfect fit. Beautiful hand-circulated coins. Look at our prices. It's your choice tonight, $79.95. So if you want the Denver, jump in. If you want the San Francisco, jump in. The only option there is to not. Hey, but it's that time for us to be moving on.